Hey guys, crew of Blind Wave. I'm Eric.
Janci.
Jake.
Aaron.
And we're back with Black Sails, where last time Woods went to Spain. And Spain has come to Nassau. They have the directive to not attack the fort, so that
They
Eleanor
should attack the fort.
Yes.
Yeah, they should.
Let's see, we had a whole lot of other things happening, including...
Billy fight.
Yeah, Billy's got betrayed. He's about to be turned over.
Yep,
If his one guy doesn't successfully defend him from everyone else.
Yeah. Everybody's wrestling with Flint giving over the cash, which they see as completely crazy and
Jack's on the
counterintuitive.
shore.
Jack's on the shore.
But we haven't seen Anne.
We haven't seen Anne.
And I need to see Anne.
And the cash isn't there, right? They
No,
thought it was
no.
a cash,
Yeah.
but in the
It was
it's
Jack.
not back.
Yeah.
It's not back yet.
on the beach.
Yeah. It is not there, only Spain.
And hopefully that's not all the pirates left from Jack's crew who came ashore with him.
He was just on a longboat, so I don't think so.
How many are left after they went through the battles, one-on-one battles with that giant guy?
Probably not a lot.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, well, we're going to find out what happens this time on Black Sails.
Yay, finally. Are these the ones who are rebellious still?
I imagine just
Getting more.
Yeah, I imagine this is just them first getting them all off.
Going across the island.
Well, because when Maddie got there, they said some of them are still shackled, right?
Oh.
Because they were rebellious.
When your people took this place, it was they who suffered the consequences.
So these are the fighters.
Visited upon their mothers, brothers, children. If you had suffered such loss, is there anything you can imagine making it right?
No. I imagine getting my hands on the man responsible for it
They got him.
would be a start. I'd ask your help in mending this alliance, both with the men and women here and those elsewhere on the island.
And the other condition?
That he's alive at the end of whatever happens.
So they just can't kill him. You've fallen so far, Billy.
And he's tall, so he has a long way to fall. His hands is just ready for him, man.
Yeah.
He has like a Boba Fett
Yeah.
blaster.
It's probably some kind of short blunderbuss.
You trust him? Flint, before this war began, before everyone's roles changed, your father mistrusted Flint as much as anyone in Nassau did. I assume you were in some contact with him all that time.
You were my sister. There is very little that I remember from when I was young. But I remember this. I revered you. When you were told that my mother and I were dead, I have to believe that it affected you. Through all the years thereafter that my father cared for you, he never told you that we were alive. It would have been so easy to lessen your suffering by divulging the secret. My father didn't mistrust Flint. My father mistrusted all of you.
Cash isn't here, so I am leaving. And as my collateral to ensure that this deal is consummated, he'll be coming with me to...
As in the one in which you walk away with all my money.
That's a lot of ships back there.
Yeah.
Well, total. 8 ships of force. They'll be in range in an hour, maybe less.
We're getting onto the walrus, and we're getting it and us out of here.
The walrus is still around?
They were bringing it back up.
Last episode.
But they said to delay it because they'd want to get on it, right?
At the big sheep.
The lead ship that approaches. She's just posted a signal to us. It was Governor Rogers' signal, ordering us to stand down. It's from our most recent signal book. Then I think our response is obvious. We will follow his orders.
How do all these British soldiers feel about him going to Spain, though?
Look, a boat.
Formad la línea. Una vez estemos en posición, todas las tripulaciones pueden disparar a voluntad.
Netflix.
But they were just doing it.
I know.
Yeah.
It's gotta be crazy. From that distance, it sounds like firecrackers.
I
And then
know.
here,
I find that almost more terrifying.
Look at all the
being
smoke.
up close like this.
Did he get beaten?
yeah.
I did not want this. Flint is my friend, but I know what he is. I have no illusions about it. For all his offenses, The one thing he's never done is force me to choose between him and you. You made a terrible mistake, and you paid a terrible price. But we're at war, and you're an asset. The men out there have had their pound of flesh, and our men... Billy, I could walk out there and tell them the sky is red, and they believe me.
He just said it, right? Like last time I said.
I have to know. You'll never put me to a choice between you again. Swear it. You chose. Live with it.
Man, he can really move, huh?
Yeah, right.
They call him Julius.
Man, we're going to have to do that this whole season.
I came to find the Eleanor.
Tried to trade you life for my own personal gain. Lied to Anne to her face about it. Please, Jack, beg of you. Is there any way you can forgive me? That was the general sense I had of what I might hear come from your mouth were I ever this close.
In a matter of hours, there would be no safe place to stand on this island, made all the more dangerous by the fact that the harbor has been rendered defenseless.
Change of plan, back to the ship.
Gotta go with the Max. Can't go back to the town now.
You coming?
Yes.
I won't ask again.
Animax, OV, Animax!
Keeping an eye on us?
Making sure you don't slit my throat out of spite, perhaps. You know, there was a time, not so long ago, when you shared that concern. Is it so unthinkable that that might be again? You were a pirate once.
Spanish troops landed already.
We need to get to cover. Quickly.
Where?
Oh, look who's in charge
Yeah,
all
look
of a
where
sudden.
everybody's following.
Let's follow the pirate.
It is a new day. One that demands we all unite behind a common cause to free the new world.
I'm told you removed the one who governed the pirates before you. Sacrificed him in the hopes that you would remake this
No,
alliance.
that man was a friend of mine. Before you question the sacrifice.
If a man can be replaced so easily, how can I know that his promises won't be true?
Is that Hornible's chair? That's the thing that survives.
The Featherstone awaits on the walrus off the south coast if we wish to retreat.
If 1,000 Spanish fighters are more than 3 times what a number could withstand. Marty and Flint will either find their way back here or they'll find a place to hide. But even if they were here, we cannot retreat. Not with our numbers.
If we fight them together, there's a good chance we live. Hold our ground and maybe even fight them off. Separate and we all die.
Is he gonna do it?
Yeah, you gotta hope he's gonna do it.
They're taking the women too?
They're gonna kill everyone. Not before worse though.
Where is she?
She left with an escort hours ago to make the exchange.
You let her leave.
He did not look like a man who could take a punch.
You need to know my wife is not to be harmed.
Eso no va a ser posible.
English, goddammit!
Thank you.
Even if that order could be given, no one would heed it.
If they had the rules of don't go to the fort.
And that's all they're gonna follow.
Yep. You should have been more specific if you wanted a different outcome.
I mean, even at this point, trying to get that information out there, like they're already spreading across the island, you know,
Yep.
like.
They're doing whatever they want.
I sent a rider to the Underhill estate to warn them. Told them we'd be here to get them off the
Serves
island.
him right.
But there's a credible argument to be made that we ought to leave right away. While we still can.
How long has it been since we saw Featherstone on a ship?
A while. Season 2?
Yeah.
If there is nothing left to be done, I would like to see her.
Yes, so would I.
I loved you. And I betrayed you. But I cannot apologize for it. I did what anyone would have done when confronted with the same impossible choices. Leave. No. I am going to stay with you.
Get the fuck out.
She still has her spirit.
Yeah. The governor sailed from here days ago, frustrated in his attempts to retake the island. The harbor is still obstructed. How else would they manage to enter it so cleanly unless he was in league with them?
That is not.
She's in denial.
Yep.
Well, whatever the cause, they're here.
He's on the way.
Already?
What's attract us here? Inside the house. The both of you.
I think so. Beyond the trees.
They're scared and they're turning to him.
I know, he's already the leader of the British forces.
Now.
Really want him to see fire. Fire.
He saves that for cannon shots, though. I love how confident he was, just ready to walk through there and go. Can't afford to lose anybody.
That was like 12
and they're gonna
out
run.
of 1,000.
Oh, they're gonna tell them.
Yep, they're gonna
They're
run.
gonna tell. Shit, get him.
If they report opposition, we'll face 50 more of them.
They've got to go after him.
It did affect me. When Mr. Scott, when your father told me that you and your mother had died.
It was hard to be away from him. The rest of it, my mother did the best she could with the rest of it.
They're right around the bend. 80, maybe 100. Headed this way.
You're going to be found by them. Shouldn't be tied up like an animal.
I don't think he can walk much.
Good luck.
He's giving him a chance.
He's giving them all, the opportunity that he can.
Silverstone is still an asset.
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
How do you hear anything over this gunfire?
Uh-oh.
They're done. Unless Julia shows up.
Knowing the writers, they've got to suffer some losses before Julia shows up.
That would hurt.
Does it not hurt the horses?
Oh, it's itchy.
The horses probably not so much.
I got sugarcane too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no. Everyone's... Oh no.
Nice.
And not in the head. Come on.
She had blurry vision just a second ago.
They're
so
wildly inaccurate.
that
Okay,
as
it's
well.
okay. Go for the eyes.
Okay, so much shit at the bottom. Good old sugar glass. Oh no. Ugh, that was good.
Eleanor's strong, but she's not a fighter.
Yeah.
She's pregnant.
Oh yeah. Yes.
He did smash that bottle on him.
Yep. Yeah, but the whole place is on fire now.
Yep. And they can't exactly run.
And he's falling into all that dry wood.
No one's there to help him.
Yeah, they're all hunting down the other
Now they're stuck
Spanish.
They're stuck in the barn.
You're on an island. You didn't prepare water?
Take him down.
Don't worry.
Nice.
That's so close, though. Is this
They're
Julius?
Yep.
Yay!
Wanted to win.
Push out after him.
Dude, John Silver on a crutch is just... Oh.
He's so good.
Yes,
yeah,
Dooley.
Dooley.
That was really good. Dooley.
Yeah.
That was so good.
Janci!
Right in the face. Nod. Okay, I'm happier now. I love that Israel is kind of his second in command. He stands like just over his shoulder. That's fucked. Where's Maddie?
I don't think she got out.
No.
Is he with them, my husband?
Was that
Lied
just
to
a
him.
kindness? Because he knows she's dying?
Yeah. That's the Barlow estate too, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. She was their alliance, though.
That whole place was pretty. up in flames.
Trying to get in there is almost death sentence without any kind of gear.
Silver's gonna be pissed, Ovi.
Well, there was a victory.
100, give or take. Roughly half withdrew, but I imagine it was not without intent to return.
How do you tell him?
And with greater numbers. Where's Marty?
At least she didn't suffer, right?
We should be able to defend the main gates and have men to spare to prevent another move through the gate.
We can't.
Can't we just throw them off once?
And it costs you half your number.
We know they're coming now. We'll be ready.
It's over.
That's the thing that broke him.
Gather whatever supplies you can. Anyone who can't make it to the beach, I want them carried. I'll not leave anyone behind.
It's crazy how quick people will follow Flint, because no one, he's the only one that will keep going, you know?
He always has presence of mind. Everyone else gets caught up.
Every hour we see here is an hour closer to being sighted by them. If we haven't been sighted already.
Kind of missed him stressing Jack out.
I know, right?
Seems a fair amount of resentment towards you these days. I just want you to know that I remember what you did for me. Standing up to Captain Beringer.
How did he become a pirate? He's such a good guy.
How could we all have sacrificed so much and none of us has anything to show for it?
Moving on the shoreline!
You're not the captain?
That was,
It's Flint among them.
I think so, by the dunes.
How can you tell?
I know.
Yeah, this is him.
They'll go inside and find the body of the Spanish guy.
If there's a body left.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there'll be a body, but you won't be able to tell.
Brought it on yourself.
Right. He brought civilization here. Look what it did.
A war against civilization. Civilization has been winning that war for 10,000 years against men richer, braver, stronger, and smarter than you. Eleanor is dead. Anne is nearly dead, and the governor is sitting in Nassau in my fucking chair, victorious.
That result was because of your goddamn betrayal. Just now, that man and several others wondered aloud whether the smartest thing to do wouldn't be killing you and throwing you in the sea. Hark at me again! About braver, stronger, and smarter men, and I might decide to revisit the issue.
Eleanor is dead. Anne is nearly dead, and I want him to pay for all of it dearly. Do you want to help me or not?
Uh-oh.
Who knew Max would be the most vengeful?
You wanted vengeance.
I like it, that's Max.
When Flint heads south, we head north.
What's north?
Eleanor Guthrie's grandfather.
We're not gonna fight. We're not gonna fight against civilization. We're gonna bring civilization to the fight against itself.
Oh, Flint.
I've missed this captain's room.
I need you to know that I did everything I could to keep her safe. It wasn't your fault.
Back at the island.
Yeah. And Maddie's mom has to find out now.
They had already begun to arrive when Kofi came with your request for the cash. You can understand why I didn't let him go. The colonies, Maroons from camps like this one, pirates from as far away as Massachusetts.
They've amassed an army. Yay, this is the
The
hope they
revolution you
needed.
promised has begun.
What have you been saying since the beginning of the show? Everything comes up Flint.
Should have come up Maddie.
Yeah. All right, back to YouTube.
That was so interesting how Flint actually cares about Silver enough to apologize.
I think yeah, definitely. I don't know about you guys, I think this episode might have some of the best performances this show's ever had. I love this episode.
Eleanor's
in terms of
finally
the
gone.
Yeah. I just meant in terms of the acting. involved.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of loss, but I mean, Eleanor, Jack,
She fought
Anne,
like hell, though.
Everybody, just amazing performances. But yeah, she fought like hell. And the idea that it's like a faceless, nameless person, that kills her,
Yeah.
you know? It's not
someone
like
that Woods brought.
Yeah.
Though.
It's not even like at that point it's not even really a person. It's just like a larger result of his actions. It's just
So was he pretending
a thing
to be shot?
He just wasn't dead yet.
Well, I
He
think
just recovered and all of a sudden he could get up and move around like that?
I think he was the guy who got hit with the butt of the gun at
Oh,
the very end,
okay.
where it was like baseball bat
So
hit.
not shot
So he was
through or
like
anything.
unconscious,
Okay.
and then he just came
Killed
back
everyone,
too.
yeah.
And even Flint thought everybody there was good. We're gonna go.
Because he's the only one I think that they've like specifically shown not to be like stabbed or shot or something like that.
which is this is the reason why so often in the show we see people go through and
Give a little stab.
just a
Yeah.
little
Makes
stab just to make sure.
Like Israel was
Yeah,
doing
that's
on
how,
the beach.
that's how we were introduced to Israel.
And like the one time we didn't see him do it this time because they're in a rush and it.
Yeah, they didn't really have
cost
time
them.
to like, let's check and make sure everyone's dead. We got to stop those 3-4 guys from telling everyone.
Is Woods about to kick into another level of Woods?
Yeah, but he doesn't have a card to play here, really.
Yeah, he doesn't, and he brought it on himself.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing he has to live with is the fact that
He killed her.
out of this entire show, the biggest monster we have is the man who is trying to stand in for civilization. He is what is embodying the idea of civilization is it's pretty in front and it's proper and prim, but it comes with the biggest monstrosities and horrors.
It's part of Flint's problem with England. Like even England thinks it's better, and he knows it's not.
Is that what Maddie means then? Not Maddie. Max means go north. Is she to get the Eleanor's grandfather and stuff? Is she gonna have Britain fight Spain?
Well, they already are for that aspect, right? Because they're at war.
They're at war, but on the island they were supposed to be on the same side.
Her grandfather is from the Americas.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't necessarily. I mean, they're connected, but I think that they talked about how the Guthries protected their name, and now there's a Guthrie that was killed here. So she's
By
gonna try.
Spain.
She's gonna try to leverage that.
The thing is, and the interesting thing is Eleanor wanted to do that and leverage her legitimacy with her grandfather, but she later admitted that she was like, it was a long shot. The sad thing is it's probably going to be more effective that she's dead than her going to her grandfather and begging.
Because he cares about the reputation of their family.
The reputation of the Guthrie getting
individually.
killed by Spain there is gonna.
They can't stand.
Maddie knows that.
And he's gonna
Max.
Max knows that.
he's gonna use his influential wealth to bring a private army.
Yeah.
Or his influence to bring British proper and a private army. Like he's gonna fund something.
But who does he believe them when a bunch of pirates and Max comes to his door and is like, "Your granddaughter's dead, killed by the Spanish." Like, there's no proof, you know. Like,
I
to
imagine
enter into the war.
I imagine word will come.
Yeah, that's true. By then.
Around that time.
Well, it's already come enough that people from Massachusetts, the colonies, like right, like they talked about other people coming to their island to like give them a.
Because Nassau fell.
Yeah, Nassau's
but
like
I guess what I mean is there's no proof Eleanor died. You know what?
Maybe
on
not.
their boat or something.
There's at least something with Nassau that's been out there.
Yeah.
So is there information of Eleanor being
Nassau's
out there?
kind of known as like a pirate haven. If that is attacked, then the idea of piracy is
I
attacked.
would love if he believed them, and then they told him that it was Woods.
Oh, right.
I mean,
he brought it.
Yeah, he brought it. I mean, it's valid still.
It is his
There
fault.
also depends on what Spain ends up doing, I guess,
Mhm.
too, because they said like you can do whatever after we leave or something like that.
Yeah, you can. They didn't chase the boat because
It's
we'll
on
leave
his cleanup.
Yeah, we'll leave cleanup to you.
Yeah.
So
So,
they're
like-
there to do the thing that they're there for, and then to leave.
But then they just landed, and man, all hell broke loose.
Well, I mean, that's what their goal was.
Yeah, but I didn't like that they.
It's what Woods had told him too last time, right? It was like leave the fort alone, burn everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
even Raja was like, "Hey, once you give that order, like I can't stop these men. They will do.
Yeah.
This is what they do in war.
Yeah, and I mean it's the thing of like we've been told multiple times, you don't mess with Spanish because once you attack them, they come back and they burn everything down.
Raja might get some sort of satisfaction from knowing that Eleanor is dead now.
Probably.
In retaliation for his brother, right?
Well, yeah, and that's also probably a good reason why he didn't put any effort into being like, I'm gonna put that cork back on. I'm gonna try and put that cork back on the bottle. It's like, man,
I'm not even gonna try.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make the excuse. My men are out there.
We're here, aren't we?
So he's probably getting a
kick.
Yeah, it's just a little bonus for him, a little extra.
But he knew, I think, going in, he was never gonna do Woods any favors once they started this.
I think he was going to listen to the no fort thing, but anything out of that, it was, no, we made this deal and we're doing it,
They didn't attack the fort, though, did they?
No, because the people from the fort came through, and that's when Woods realized that Eleanor wasn't there. And he punched...
So they've held up their end of the bargain.
Elite number 1. Yeah.
So Woods has no reason to be angry with them, technically.
I'm still curious what Spain thinks they're getting out of this to mobilize this big of a force to destroy Nassau.
The cash.
Well, they don't even think they're getting the cash.
It's not necessarily the cash. Is
it just squashing piracy?
It's the pride.
It's the pride. Like
they can't have ever been bested.
Yeah. The next person that tries to screw for Spain is going to hear, did you hear the Nassau?
Yeah.
We can't do that.
Yeah. Well, exactly. And that's because of the cash. Whenever they talked about the cash being taken and how much money was
pride.
that,
yeah.
the Spaniards were like, oh, well then... Yeah, go do that. It's the revenge thing. Okay. So don't steal from them. Yeah. Or did you hear what happened in Nassau?
Yeah,
they were pissed when they found out about
no
the exchange.
one takes anything from Spain. Yeah. And they have to uphold that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just, scary vengeance things.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how much of it is left in these, but if they haven't been much... We've been having some problems with the subtitles with Spanish scenes.
Translations.
I just was so happy that Woods is like, English!
Yes. Thank you. Anglais. I'm curious about Billy, and I'm slightly worried about that maid now.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, we haven't seen her. I imagine that...
She was left with the Spanish, probably.
Maybe. But... As far as we know, she has upkept everything that she's promised. So hopefully
she's not lured back into spy work.
We didn't see her this episode.
Yeah.
No.
I hope they let
I
her go
imagine
back.
they didn't bring her with on this ship. Yeah. Maybe they did, and it just wasn't necessary to show her. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised Raja went with.
Yeah.
Him being the
governor
of Anna, him being actually the leader of this fleet.
Maybe he wanted to see Wood suffer.
Well, I imagine he's also the governor for the reason that he was a capable admiral or captain or whatever level of it is.
I think the two main scenes that I really love in this episode, I love Featherstone and Max talking about, like, this can't be the end. We've sacrificed so much for this.
Yeah, for this ending.
And then his kind of pointing out of like, hey, everybody's done bad stuff, but I'm not judging you just on that. Like, you've done good too. I like that. But I love that Flint lies to Eleanor.
Yeah.
When she does.
Yeah, that's like the kindest thing he could have done in that moment.
He doesn't often show kindness like that.
Yeah, especially
he did it twice.
Especially for the fact that Eleanor, for the last 2 seasons, has been his enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And in the end, like he knows we've both been trying to do the thing we want to do, and we've been opposed now because of it. But he still respects her.
Yeah. Well, and it's probably like also a nod to like the girl that he knew grew up on the island, and he saw her grow up, and
and he probably has some feelings about wishing that Miranda might have been lied to before in the Carolinas, of like, maybe her not catching this dishonest truth would be better for her, but
And then he was on a nice streak with Silver too. He tried to feel for him.
Yeah. Luke Arnold just is
devastated.
Dead look.
Yeah, his dead devastation.
Just acting by doing nothing, It's crazy.
I also really love the Max and the Jack encounter on the beach,
on the
ship.
The ship one is like nuts.
Yes, so crazy.
They both went hard in that.
They went so hard, and like all the lighting in that was incredible. Like, it looks so good on this TV. I'm so happy we have a TV that really shows the blacks really well, because it like really makes the scene pop. And like them just being able to just really let it out at each other to a certain way of and Max being like, for 10,000 years, you don't think that we would have learned this lesson. We need to fight civilization with
from the inside.
From the inside,
not the outside.
Let's go get another beast the same size. We're too small.
Yeah. No,
So
I
she
do
was
like. Good.
Completely right when she called him not smart enough.
Yeah. Sure.
Well, I think some of it is he's too smart for his own good.
Yeah. I do like though also Jack, like when first showing up, I love him being like, "Oh, sorry, Jack. You know, I didn't mean to betray you." And
these are the things that you should be saying.
I'd say if I ever saw you again.
If I ever got this close to you again.
Yeah.
I
What a
really
great
love
voice he has. I love it.
Yeah.
He's great.
All right, well, this is probably the worst it's been, but our Pirates of Nassau somehow continue. And we still have...
At least there's hope, though, because
There's
they have a
some hope.
giant army now.
Yeah,
they have.
The call has been put out there, and everybody's going to an island.
Yeah. So we have whatever happens with them, and then whatever they can do with the grandfather, right?
Mhm.
So
Whatever he can send.
And we still have cash out there.
I was going to say, it's an island that has treasure on it somewhere.
Yeah, we have a lot of
Just
things.
no
to
princess anymore.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Black Sails with us. With this being episode 6, that means that you can go to blindwave.com and check out the rest of our reactions to Black Sails.
Oh, yeah,
And
till
we
the
hope
end.
that you guys enjoy them over at blindwave.com.